Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, what is worse than having a wife that is pregnant with a demon baby? Having 4 wives that are pregnant with demon babies. Tonight's movie, The Demon's Baby.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Triskaidekaphilia! And tonight, we finish off the trio of Hong Kong movies in the Made in Hong Kong Volume 1 from Vinegar Syndrome. This wonderful box. Look, it comes with this wonderful book here with words and pictures and stuff like that. And anyways, so tonight, we finish it off with the third feature in this trilogy of terror. And that is the best one of the bunch, and that is The Demon's Baby. So what is The Demon's Baby about? Well, in ancient times, there were these 5 evil spirits, and they wanted to come into this world by possessing the babies, the unborn babies within women. And then they would be born and raise all kinds of chaos. However, they were defeated and sealed away in these jars and protected by this golden Buddha. And whenever the golden Buddha was in proximity of these jars, these evil demon spirits would lie dormant. However, fast forward, a Chinese general uncovers a treasure trove, which includes the golden Buddha and those jars, and removes them from their hiding place and promptly displays them in his home where he has, well, I guess, 4 wives? He's got 4 wives. He's got women all over the place. Anyways, you can kind of see where this is going. Anyways, one of his employees in his mansion, his palace, decides he's going to make some money by replacing that golden Buddha with a fake one so that he can pawn off that golden Buddha for some money so that he can, be richer than he already is. And of course, that unleashes the spirit. All the wives, of course, get impregnated by the very frisky general, and then they start to, want to feed. And let me tell you, it's not Similac, my friends. It's not Similac. It's people, it's blood, it's flesh, it's... Anyways, so... will the 5 demons be born again and unleash hell upon earth? Or will the people in the compound be able to fight them off and defeat them before hell is broken loose on earth? Well, I'll have to find out by watching. So let's get to those scores, shall we? Violence and gore. I am giving this a 4 out of 5. Especially toward the end, there is just defleshing, would you say deboning? But you're I guess they're being deboned. They are skeletal remains. It is a nasty. I appreciate the practical effects of the demon babies. They are nasty, gooey, slimy, bloody. It is a very nasty movie, especially toward the end. Just people just getting eaten, and then their heads taken off, and their skeletal remains being tossed aside. It's It's a lot of blood spray and a lot of blood splatter, a lot of tentacles going through people, grabbing people. It's a what could be considered an orgy of violence happens in this movie. So, 4 out of 5. Moving on to shock value, a 3 out of 5. There is a soccer scene, which is ridiculous, especially considering what the ball is and how they would consider scoring a goal. Best if you watch it. Anyways, there's ridiculousness in this movie that you're just like, okay, that's happening. That's the thing. So, shocking. And also, there's a pretty good jump scare in there, too. So, anyways, 3 out of 5. Moving on to plot, I am giving this a 4 out of 5. It's, once again, this is, and the theme of this set is that these are kind of horror comedies or horror with some comical things that can happen in them. This is a straight up horror comedy, but the comedy works very well. It is great. There's this sort of like master exorcist guy that the main character meets, and he's just spectacular. He is spectacular. He's wonderful. It's ridiculous. Like, the stuff that goes on in this movie is ridiculous, and it's great, and it's entertaining, and it's fun, and it's funny too. It's funny, and it's gross, and it's kind of terrifying. It works on so many levels, and it's an interesting story with interesting characters. One could say, yes, maybe it moves a bit slowly at the beginning, but it's sort of setting up everything. It's setting up the interpersonal relationships. It's setting up the characters. It's setting up the situation that gets us all into this mess. So and honestly, it moves well enough that it's not really a slog at the beginning. But yeah, it's definitely like the once the wheels come off in the third act of this film, it is like just wow. It is wow. It is. Okay, it's spectacular. So, plot is a 4 out of 5. Moving on to acting, I am also giving this a 4 out of 5. Yes, there is some ridiculousness in this movie acting wise, but honestly, I think the characters do a great job, especially in the context of horror comedy. But also, man, the guy plays the exorcist. He is just top notch. He's hitting this out of the ballpark. I think it's the same guy who plays the businessman in Erotic Nightmare, which he did a decent job, but some of the stuff was very ridiculous going on in there. But man, he did a wonderful job, like the best character in the movie by far. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Moving on to nudity, and this is probably going to be the most shocking part of this review, because a movie about women having to get pregnant before they could get possessed, you would think, especially, the guy has 4 wives, and, the night comes and it's time to, like, get busy with them all. It's a 0 out of 5. You don't see any of it. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, 0 out of 5. My God, just imagine. Just imagine if it had like Erotic Nightmare levels of that, along with everything else. This is probably break a record for a highest score ever on my reviews. But anyways, so 0 out of 5. Moving on to enjoyment factor. This is a 4 out of 5. This is a great movie. It probably would have been a 5 out of 5 if it just went completely nuts in certain aspects of the film. It goes nuts. It doesn't totally lose its mind, but it gets close, and it is great. Yeah, they could have put a little bit more horror elements in the beginning, in the first part of the movie. Sure, a lot of people are probably going to have a complaint about the first part of the movie because it definitely slowly develops, even though it's not slow. But I think it's super great. Original idea, done well. Its special effects are great. The comedy is great. The acting is great. It's a great movie. 4 out of 5. And my overall impression is a 4 out of 5. It is nearly getting to that perfection levels. But just wonderful movie. The best of the bunch, definitely. And honestly, the reason why you should buy this movie. Back. I mean, the Erotic Nightmares, good movie. Deadly Camp. We'll not talk about that movie, but that is the reason to go out and buy this is The Demon's Baby, because I think it is a must watch. It is that great, in my opinion. So 4 out of 5, and that averages out to a 3.3 out of 5. Yes, the average doesn't get there in compared to Erotic Nightmare, but just imagine if that was like even half the amount in Erotic Nightmare. This average would just it would be close to break a record. I probably have to look back and see what is the highest average score in all my reviews. But anyways, The Demon's Baby, awesome movie, and you should check it out. Made in Hong Kong, Volume 1. I can't wait for Volume 2 or 3, 4, because, that was great. So, anyways, thank you for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. Wow, this is strange. The best of the movie, probably, the best of those 3 movies, probably the shortest review. I don't know. Anyways, I guess, I talk more about complaints than I do about the good stuff, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so, thank you again for watching another episode of 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, whatever it is. Then remember to stay scary, Internet. And as always, always look up the logo legends of the treasure area that you're about to loot, just in case there might be, warnings about certain things being used to keep end-of-world entities from ending the world. It's pretty wise to probably check that out. Even though you don't believe in that stuff, I say always err on the realm of caution. If they say Golden Buddha and a bunch of stuff that contains evil spirits, take all the gold and jewelry and all that stuff. That's fine. Then just leave the Buddha and the jars, and then seal it back up, and then rig it with traps so no one else ever goes around there. And then you're a big wig, forbid everyone from. But just don't take it and bring it to your house. That just seems that you're just asking for trouble. You're just asking for trouble, man. I'm just saying. Yeah.